What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Batman Arkham Asylum. When last we left off, we were just about to rescue 2 guards, but first we have another stealth section with 6 armed guards, so I've been scoping the place out and I have a rough plan. So let's glide down here, take this first guy out, just quick and dirty from behind. Remember that these guards have suicide collars on, so a few seconds after taking them down, their collars are going to start beeping, and that's going to alert the other henchmen in the room to their presence. And they're going to come investigate the body. Hopefully only 2 of them come. I want that guy to stay on the walkway, or I want the one across from him to stay on the walkway. Good, only 2 of them are on the way. Wait. Ah, shit, the guy on the walkway jumped off. But he's not joining the other 2. Sometimes 3 guards will come, and that makes this a little bit harder to pull off. But as long as it's only 2 of them, this should go smoothly. And 2. So just like that, down to 3 guards in the room. Make my getaway just in case anyone else was coming. No, they're not going to come until the suicide collar goes off. And even better, I wanted the guy on the right walkway to stay on the walkway as long as one of them is up here. Yeah, here we go. Just according to Keikaku. Okay. So, just like that, we're down to 2 guards. We started off with 6. And remember, I have the multi-batarang. So if they're going to go and group up, even if one is on the lower floor and one's on the walkway, should be nice and smooth. Ah, shit, I caught the lip of the rail. I don't know if that's going to give me enough time to jump down here. Oh, well, I can just beat him up, though. Beat him up, beat him up. Cool. Now we can go ahead and rescue the guards.
Batman, we're tied up. Need help. Thanks.
Where did Dr. Young go?
I told her to run. These guys came in looking for her. I told her to go to her office and hide.
Does she keep her records there?
I guess. She was pretty desperate to get in there. Her office is over there.
How long ago was this? I need to find her notes before Joker gets his hands on them.
20 minutes, maybe more. What's so important about the notes?
Joker wants them. That makes them important. Stay here. I'm going to find her.
Not a problem. I'll try the radio, see if anyone else is around.
Investigate Dr. Young's office. That's over there. But wait a minute. That door... The door on the left is locked, isn't it?
What's wrong with this thing? Hello? Anyone there?
To find another way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you head up to the door on the left, I think you need the sequencer to open that up. Right? Yeah. Oh, I think it's further down the hall. Yeah, it might be the one right across from me. Yeah. Just gonna go with that for now. So hey, how about that big announcement that they made about the Arkham games, you know? The one that everyone was really excited about. It's a good thing it was fucking nothing. Oh, it's DLC for Origins or something. I think it's Freeze DLC. It should make Cranky Kong very excited. Oh man, I hope the DLC is for Cranky Kong. Too bad it's not. No, Cranky Kong, they should do a crossover with Tropical Freeze where Cranky Kong gets a Venom ability.
Can it be? No, there's no way.
That's a special ability for Tropical Freeze. Instead of hopping on his cane like Scrooge McDuck, he takes a bunch of Venom pills and hulks out and fucking arm wrestles King K. Rool.
She looked scared. Maybe she knew what was coming.
The whole game is about Cranky Kong's Venom addiction.
My family's killer stood in front of me. Years of therapy have deemed him sane. I was proud to see him walk free. In exchange for his liberty, the state required only a signature. He talked about wanting to walk in a park, how he longed to feel fresh air on his face. And then he took my father's fountain pen and killed my secretary. As he was subdued, he screamed out, pleading for forgiveness, for pity. But I had none. I watched as guards beat him to a stain on the floor.
The man once said so much pity for the mentally ill. We are beginning to see what Amadeus Arkham was all about. I could have sworn they taught us about this mechanic before. The corner cover thing. Yeah, he's no problem. Turn around in a second and grab that, the riddle that's on the case behind me. Just had to take these two out first. I really don't even know what they're doing here. Really not serving any purpose at all. By the way, once again, I have to give this disclaimer. If I sound a little bit weird right now, it's because I am on part 2 of the root canal ordeal. I went in earlier to get a cast made of my tooth. And it's going to be about 3 weeks until I have a permanent crown. Right now my mouth is still numb, so I feel like I'm talking a bit weird. I feel like I should not be here yet. Also, I'm trying to avoid, mashing my teeth together when I talk.
Welcome to the Arkham Library.
Yeah, I definitely shouldn't be here yet. I should be somewhere else. Ah, right, we have a new enemy. Wait, do we? No, I'm thinking of the stun rod enemies. No, these are just regular knife enemies. Who, of course, we have to stun with a cape to do any... Oh, Jesus. Jesus. He hunted me down. Even though they have a red version of the counter symbol over their head, you still can't really counterattack them. You have to stun the knife enemies before you can do anything with them. Or, of course, you can use... Ooh! I thought I'd finished the attack animation in time to counter. Or, of course, you can use stuff like this. Special takedown, the throws, stuff like that on them. Which I'm going to do right now. This... Ah! I didn't aim it well. It's a little bit hard to aim. It's like trying to throw a ragdoll full of lead. So I've made a fairly big mistake coming here at this point. I shouldn't be here until later on. This is not the way to Dr. Young's office, but I am going to get something taken care of. Going to get something taken out of the way here while I am mistakenly in the library. However, I think we're going to have to wind up coming back here later. It's just, I already went this far out of my way. I don't want to have to backtrack once again. I remembered where to go. It's just, I missed the door there. Back in the... Oh, right. That. Back in the room with the 6 guards that we started the episode off in, there should have been an unlocked door somewhere. I think I just missed it because the objective marker was covering up the door a little bit. Missed it somehow. Either way, there's a couple things that we're going to have to do here. We're going to have to drop the chandelier through the glass floor down there. So I will go ahead and take care of that right now. Just pry this off the wall. I believe this leads... Is this the path up top, or is this the path to another Riddler trophy? No, this looks like the path to a Riddler trophy.
Gotta say, I'm getting bored already.
Yeah. Hold on, let me check back outside real quick. Damn, I am all over the place. Yeah, I think that is supposed to be the path up to a trophy. Which is the path that I'm looking for? So I want to try to find a way to get up top there to get to where the rope is holding the chandelier up. So that I can go ahead and cut that with a batarang. Pretty sure I just saw that grate stick in the wall. No time for that, though. That should light up, yeah. Yeah, I guess it is the grating. I must have missed something in the room back there. When I crawled through the grate just now. The vent system, I mean. So let's try that again. And there's a place to pop up right there. Yeah, did that. I'm guessing there's a grapple point. Yeah, I forgot about this. Alright. Two fairly minor mistakes in a row. Kind of forgetting my way around in the mansion. That's fine, though. Now we'll use a batarang to take the chandelier down. That will come crashing through the glass floor, and it will open up a new section of the library for us, where we can now go and save the tied-up guards next to one of Joker's presents.
Thank you, Batman. Are they all gone?
Yes, you're safe. What happened?
It all happened so fast. Some patients broke in, began tearing up the place, like they were looking for something. Bill here fought back, but there were too many. They took Dr. Young. She rushed in here and they followed. I'm sorry. When I came to, we were all tied up. Doc Young was gone.
Now, I believe, because here's the thing. The reason that they're sending me to Dr. Young's office is so I can find a forensic trail to follow with detective vision, and it leads here to the library. And you're supposed to find a fingerprint on a book, and I don't remember exactly where that book is supposed to be, and I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if it becomes active for me to use and find before picking up Dr. Young's trail. So that's why right now I have to backtrack to Dr. Young's office, which is right up the hall and on the left there. Yeah, I see the door that I missed. I see it now. Yeah, I messed up a little bit. Well, while I'm doing this backtracking, I remember, I think early on in the playthrough, I was telling the story about how Alfred the Butler was once killed by a falling boulder and then resurrected as a villain named the Outsider. There is another really good Batman character resurrection story that I've been kind of dying to tell. And it's not really appropriate, it never will be, because there's, well, you'll see. But hey, this is as good a time as any. This one requires a little bit of setting up, though. So bear with me, because it's gonna probably get cut off by a cutscene or two. So, comics can be kind of impenetrable to get into, and that's largely because of wacky shit like multiverses and parallel dimensions and just general bullshit-ass shenanigans. DC has typically been among the worst with that stuff. Just utterly convoluted nightmare territory. They've attempted numerous times to rein in their continuity and all their multiverses and shit, and they always end up undoing their efforts. Like trying to arrange all those Christmas tree lights, but you pull them out next year and it's a giant 4-foot thick tangled knot. The New 52 is just the latest in a long line of attempts to do just that, to tame all those wires, so to speak. Before that, it was what? Crisis on Infinite Earths or something? One of those crises? Final Crisis, maybe? I don't remember. Well, at one point, they tried trapping a bunch of secondary continuity characters, or characters that weren't contemporary, in an alternate dimension. But Superboy Prime gets really pissed off when he gets trapped in this dimension, or dimensional prison or something, and he punches reality. Punches reality. And that causes a ripple of continuity changes throughout the DC universe. Like dozens and dozens of retcons, because Superboy Prime punched a hole in reality to escape imprisonment. By the way, there is a riddle I solved earlier that I'm gonna save explaining what that's all about until the very end of the game, after we're finished all of the Spirits of Arkham. Anyway, one of the continuity changes that was a result of Superboy Prime punching reality involved Jason Todd. Jason Todd was the Robin who was beaten to death by the Joker with a crowbar, among other things. By the way, that was decided via a poll that DC put out that let fans vote on whether or not to let Robin live or die, and everyone gave him a big old thumbs down. So he gets killed with a crowbar, and that's that. And they even told everyone at the time, this death is for real. It would be really shitty if we brought him back after the whole thing with the poll. And then they brought him back. Months later in continuity because of Superboy Prime punching reality. Reality changes so that Jason Todd didn't die after the beating and the explosion and all that stuff. And after having been buried alive for months, he digs himself out of his own grave, wanders around, and jumps into a Lazarus pit. But if they hadn't brought him back, we wouldn't get that really awesome Red Hood story, so, shovel full of shit, scoop of sugar. The other Red Hood, by the way, not the Joker origin one.
Someone has already got to the safe. The only question now is, who opened it? No sign of forced entry. Whoever opened it knew the combination. Let's see. Good. Dr. Young got to her notes before Joker. She's taken them to hide somewhere. I need to follow her and find out where she put them.
By the way, the last riddle I solved, that was examining the tag on the foot in the freezer, or the morgue locker, whatever you call those. That tag read Ra's al Ghul, who we will talk about more when we come back to this area later in the game, because there's a really cool Easter egg with him. That mask was the mask of a villain who I talked about before. His name is the Black Mask. Very inventive. He's a vicious, vicious crime lord.
Oracle. I'm on Dr. Young's trail. I've had to calibrate the scanner to only show recent prints. If I follow these, I will find her or the notes.
I hope it works. Just so you know, the GCPD found one of Joker's bombs downtown. It was full of marzipan and kittens.
As I thought. It's just a twisted diversion. The real action's on Arkham.
Oh, right. So remember earlier when I said I made a mistake and I was going to have to backtrack back to the library anyway? Well, we've now come half circle. It's time to backtrack back to the library room that we were just in where we dropped the chandelier. So I'm going to end the episode here and cut back in next episode after the backtracking has been completed, but not before I beat up these thugs who have opened up a new room, and there's a patient interview tape, so we'll end the episode after we listen to the patient interview. Let's see, so we have what? One more knife guy and him? I don't think that's enough for me to build my combo up. Oh no, I jumped over him and dropped the combo. Right in the shoulder. Very effective takedown spot.
Patient interview 1. Patient was referred to me after the incident with Dr. Murphy. He appears to have suffered a breakdown of sorts. I believe it was brought about after the loss of his wife and child. As yet, the patient has been unable to speak. Continued observation shows little mental activity. It's as if the shock of what he saw triggered his mental collapse.
There's someone in here! It's him. We found him. Break down the door!
Note to self, as ever, it is difficult to continue my research under such conditions.
Step away from Dr. Combs! Now! Get down on the ground! We found them. Someone get a medic. Oh, God, what's he done to him?
Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll pick back up in the library after following Young's fingerprint trail and backtracking a bit. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.